Musk gave Anthropic 220,000 GPUs, the lab he called evil. By the end of this video, you'll know why your Claude Code limits just doubled. Here's why this matters. May 6, 2026. The Code with Claude Conference, San Francisco. Anthropic locks every GPU inside SpaceX's Colossus 1. 300 megawatts, 220,000 GPUs. Online this month. First time these two firms put their names on the same press release. Anthropic's biggest single compute boost on record. And it all lands inside 30 days. Stick around. Your Claude Code limits already doubled. And there's a signed plan for data centers in space. 5 things in 8 minutes. The Musk truce. The data center nobody else could touch. The merger that freed 300 megawatts overnight. The signed plan for orbital compute. The dividend already shipped to your terminal. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown. Rewind. Musk has dragged Anthropic on X for years. He called the firm misanthropic. He called them evil. Public posts, real language. Then on May 6th, Anthropic and SpaceX shipped a deal. Multiple outlets framed it as a surprise truce. 2 camps that fought in public for years. Now signing GPU contracts. Here's what most coverage skipped. Same week as the Anthropic meeting, Musk was in court, 3 days, testifying against Sam Altman and OpenAI. Musk is suing Altman to block the OpenAI for profit shift. Different rooms, different verdicts. After the meeting, Musk posted on X. He said the team was sharp. He said they cared about the work. Then the line. Quote, "No one set off my evil detector." End quote. He kept the lawsuit. He shipped the deal. Now the building. Colossus 1 sits in Memphis. Boxtown to be exact. A working class zone. The cluster moved into a former Electrolux factory. It pulls more than 300 megawatts off the local grid. Inside the racks, 220,000 NVIDIA GPUs, a mix of H100, H200, and the newer GB200. Anthropic locks every GPU on site. No rival gets a slot. The build starts now. Why was it on the table? SpaceX AI moved its main training to Colossus 2, also in Memphis, also huge. Colossus 2 came online in January, world's first true gigawatt-scale AI cluster. 555,000 NVIDIA Blackwell chips. All on one site, all training, all counted. Musk says Colossus 2 trains 7 models in parallel, some up to 10 trillion parameters, so Colossus 1 sat warm, fully built, fully cooled, with nothing to chew on. This deal exists because of one move 3 months earlier. February 2nd, SpaceX bought xAI, all-stock deal. Combined value $1.25 trillion. Reuters called it the largest deal on record. Largest in any sector. Bigger than any tech merger. Bigger than any oil deal. The new combined brand is SpaceX AI. The side effect Colossus 1 in Memphis had no workload. 300 surplus megawatts. The kind of stock other labs would line up for. Now the line that snapped tech Twitter in half. Anthropic and SpaceX signed a memo together to build, quote, multiple gigawatts of orbital AI compute capacity. End quote. Read that again. Data centers in space on purpose. Not a thought experiment. A signed plan with a launch firm that already builds the rockets. The memo signals shared scope. Both firms on the public record, both names on the page. 2 reasons it makes sense. Cooling. The vacuum of space dumps heat for free. No water towers, no chillers, no drought lawsuits. Power. Orbital solar sees the sun all day. Every day. No clouds, no grid permits, no state regulator, no heatwave pause. Earth is the bottleneck. The plan moves the bottleneck off Earth. The mechanism is obvious. Starship hauls the racks up. A Starlink-style bus carries the payload. Anthropic ships the weights. SpaceX ships the substrate. Each side brings what it owns. Each part already proven in real flights. Each part already proven in real data centers. Nobody has to invent rockets from scratch. This is also why xAI got folded into SpaceX. The press called it the galactic merger. Orbital data centers were always the point. Read this in 2 timelines. Colossus 1 solves 2026. The Orbital memo solves the decade. Every frontier lab is now bottlenecked on water. On power, on zoning permits, not chips. Move that bottleneck off the planet. Whoever owns launch capacity owns the next stack. SpaceX owns launch capacity. Now the part you care about. The deal closed. Anthropic shipped the compute dividend. 3 changes went live. Same week the deal went public. None of them coming soon. None gated behind a beta. Live in your account right now. Claude Code 5-hour limits. Doubled. Pro tier, Max tier, Team tier, Enterprise tier. Same price. Twice the runway. Free tier got nothing. Every prompt you sent yesterday now costs half as much of your daily budget. Nobody emailed you. The change shipped quietly. Same week as the SpaceX deal. Peak hours for Pro and Max, gone. On the developer API, Tier 1 customers got a 1,500% bump in input tokens per minute, 900% on output, and per Anthropic, total API call volume is up 17x year over year. Pro and Max chat sessions on Claude.com get the lift too. These are not promises. These are live changes. Check your dashboard. The bars moved already. Why did it ship this fast? Because Colossus 1 was already built, already wired, already powered, already cooled. Anthropic did not have to wait 3 years for a substation. Capacity is coming online this month. The press release and the rate limit bump arrived the same week. Unusual. Now the bridge year. Anthropic's other compute deals do not go live until later. The Amazon deal delivers about 1 gigawatt by the end of 2026. Up to 5 gigawatts long term. The Google and Broadcom deal 5 gigawatts starts in 2027. Microsoft and NVIDIA layered about 30 billion of Azure compute on top. FluidStack added 50 billion in US AI build. Without Colossus 1, Anthropic faced a 12-month bridge. The cloud giants cannot ship gigawatts overnight. Power build takes years, substations, permits, cooling. Anthropic skipped all of that. With Colossus 1, the bridge is patched. Stack what changed in 1 week. 1. 300 megawatts and 220,000 GPUs locked for Anthropic only. 2. A memo to build orbital compute together. 3. Claude Code limits doubled across paid tiers. 4. Peak hours killed for Pro and Max. 5. The most public AI critic of Anthropic backed Anthropic out loud. The deal in 5 lines, everything else is footnotes. What this story is: 2 firms whose leaders fought in public. They solved each other's worst problem in private. Anthropic needed frontier compute now, before its multi-year cloud deals come online. SpaceX had a 300-megawatt cluster sitting idle from the xAI merger. Anthropic could not buy a launch program. SpaceX could not ship a frontier model. Both gaps closed in one announcement. Anthropic moved 12 months forward in one press release. SpaceX got a marquee tenant for surplus space. But here's the most important part. The optics will fade, the build will not. That is the deal. The enemy turned partner, the largest exclusive GPU lease in private AI history. The Orbital memo nobody saw coming. Rate limits in your terminal that doubled while you read this. Musk closed his post by saying, quote, "Claude will probably be good," end quote. The deal is signed, the receipts are public. Time to react. Drop a comment. Does the evil detector finally work, or did Anthropic buy him out? Subscribe. The Orbital Compute Timeline is the next breakdown. Don't miss the drop. See you in the next one.